much about an hour before daylight this morning. We've had this very same one here on the trail cam a few times. We didn't know if we'd be able to get him, but God shined down on us, and right before dark tonight, we was able to get a shot. He was covered up earlier by some leaves and dead leaves and things where it had been frosting, but when the sun did come up, they wilted a little bit. We could see him sticking up. As you can see, got this great rack on the top. A lot of mass around the base of it, so we just couldn't be any happier to harvest this thing on the day before Thanksgiving. Since you're here with us, we, one reason we did this and went ahead and field dressed it a little bit here on the videos. We want to talk about these little seeds. And this thing's plumb full of seeds. It's been eating good, evidently. But, you take one of these seeds and you put it in the ground in the springtime, and by the end of the summer, then you've just got all kinds of these things. One little seed can just give you a whole crop of these things to come out and hunt. Squash seeds are the same way. Beans, you put a couple beans in the ground and you just have all kinds of them. And, it kind of reminds me of when Jesus and the disciples were around all those people, and it was about dinner time. They was all getting hungry. They didn't have enough for everybody. Didn't have enough money to go buy for everybody. There was a little boy there, and he said, "Well, Jesus," he said, "I've got a little bit of fish and a little bit of bread. I was going to eat, but if you think it'll help these people, then you can have it." And Jesus multiplied it. He fed 5,000 people there that day. So remember that when it comes to the seeds that you put in the ground, just like Jesus multiplied those fish and that bread for all those people, God takes a hold of these seeds when they're in the ground, and he multiplies them into all kinds of fruit and all kinds of beneficial things. And if you plant this in the ground just as you're going down the road and you don't come back, you might not see what a harvest you can come out of these things, but it'll be there because God takes care of it. You see, a lot of times in our witness or in our walk every day, we don't realize the kind of impact that we can have. We may think we're nothing, we're not famous, we don't have money, we don't have the nicest things, we don't have this, we don't have that. So what bit of good could we do for somebody else in the name of God? Well, if you're doing it in the name of God, and you tell them about Jesus, and you tell them how God has changed you in your life, or you do one little bitty thing that might lift somebody up, that's just like planting one of these seeds in the ground. Just like putting it in the dirt, covering it up, patting it down real nice. And then God takes care of it. God takes care of it and multiplies it. God will spread that one little bit that you do to impact way more than you could ever imagine. When God takes care of it, you don't just get back the same thing that you put into it. When God takes care of it, just like these seeds, he multiplies it. He multiplies it to where the fruit is bountiful, to where the fruit is exponentially larger than anything you ever thought. So when you have that little seed of witness, sometimes you may not even see the result. It may be like that seed that you throw out going down the road and don't come back and see what happens 4 months later. But you can rest assured that your seeds are not wasted. When God gets a hold of a seed that we planted, he does the work, and he will make it grow more than you've ever thought. Make it reach more people more than you've ever thought. So don't think that you're not this or that enough, or that you don't have enough or this or that. God takes care of the seeds that we plant, and God will help bring the increase and the fruit that we may never see. We hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. You can join us tomorrow morning for our online Thanksgiving service, and we'll see you next time here from Morning Star.